Spurs fans, the Spurs have made another big trade.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Breaking news, the San Antonio Spurs have agreed to a deal with the New Orleans Pelicans, according to Shams and The Athletic and multiple other sources now. So it looks like this one is going through. The trade deadline is right around the corner. We already traded Jakob Poeltl earlier this morning when most of us were sleeping. And now Josh Richardson appears no longer or won't be a San Antonio Spur. Drop a comment down below your thoughts on the trade when we get into it. Hit that thumbs up if you like the video and subscribe to support a Spurs fan. So here we go. Trade deadline, as I'm filming this video, is about 12 minutes away. And the New Orleans Pelicans, the San Antonio Spurs, have agreed to the deal. What is that deal, Spurs fans? Josh Richardson for 4 second-round picks. Okay, we got like $1 billion of those. And Devontae Graham. So there it is right there by Shims. He's usually pretty spot on. Adrian Wojnarowski as well. So I do believe this is going to happen. The Spurs are trading Josh Richardson to the New Orleans Pelicans. He's going to really help them out. He's been fantastic for us off the bench. As far as Devontae Graham, it's a backup point guard, maybe a starting point guard. He's a terrible shooter, lifetime shooter under 40%, but with all the injuries we've been having, you know what? I'd just rather start Blake Wesley. Let me just, I'm sorry. I'm doing this video really on the quick because I'm not working on a break right now. I would have preferred 1 first-round pick over 4 more second-round picks. At some point in the near future, I'm going to do a video about all the picks we have, and it's an absolute ridiculous amount of draft capital the Spurs have over the next 6 years. I believe we have 13 first-round picks from now until 2029 and an absolute plethora of second-round picks. We have so many more picks, Spurs fans, than roster spots. That being said, any Pelicans fans tuning in, Josh Richardson is going to be a solid player for you guys, man, off the bench. He ran point occasionally for us. He's a good three-point shooter, good defender, and I think he's going to help your team. Will it be the last piece of the puzzle you need to get to the promised land? I don't know. The Pelicans, I don't know what's going on with you, but you lost like 1 million games yourselves recently. Josh Richardson, I think we expected this, and, throughout the season we've been saying Jakob Poeltl, Josh Richardson, and Doug McDermott. Well, 2 down, 1 to go. We'll see. The trade deadline ends in 10 minutes, and Dougie, I could see him getting traded probably for more second-round picks, and I'm guessing this is the best deal the Spurs could get, Spurs fans. From what I read today, they wanted to get a first-round pick for Josh Richardson, and teams weren't biting. Richardson, I believe, is on the last year of his contract. Better to get something than nothing for him. And while we're all looking here, probably going, what are we going to do with these million picks besides maybe try to trade some of them in a package and move up in the draft? You never know. There have been so many athletes that have succeeded. Spurs fans ourselves can attest to that with Manu Ginobili. Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. I mean, granted, these are kind of just random anomalies, something that you're not going to see happen. But you know what? I'd rather draft 3 guys, 4 guys in a draft, and if we keep only 2 and one becomes a perennial all-star, then so be it. If one becomes the next Manu Ginobili, so be it. But to have chances for players to hit, you got to draft them. And if that's what the Spurs are doing, then I'm along for the ride. I mean, I'm a Spurs fan. I can't change what is. And this is, Josh Richardson, best of luck to you. And I'm very curious to see what we're going to do over the next 4, 5, 6 years with all these draft picks. I mean, could there be a diamond in the rough? Keldon Johnson was a 29th pick in the first round, late in the first round, and he's turned out okay. Yeah, this year's been very up and down, but look at the constant shifts in the starting lineup, and teams can just, defend Keldon and call it a day because we're a mess right now. I saw some rumors today that Zach Collins could be on the trading block. Maybe he'll be gone within the next 10 minutes, and then who the hell's our starting center at that point? Charles Bassey or one of the vets we recently got? Crazy time to be a Spurs fan, and this will make a bad team that went to worse with Jakob Poeltl being traded to even worse. Unless Devontae Graham can find, and hey, maybe he can turn his career around in San Antonio. If he does, that's great. He's still pretty young. I think he's like 27, 28. Let me actually pull him up real quick, Spurs fans. Since we're talking about him, I don't want to, just dismiss that he's part of this trade. I don't know his contract situation. Devontae Graham, is he on the screen for y'all to see? Maybe move him over to the right a little bit. Editing on the fly. All right, Devontae Graham, 6'1", 195, so another smaller point guard. We all love those. He's played in 53 games this year for the Pelicans, shooting 37% from the field. And that's the one thing that worries me. We have enough problems with floor spacing. And actually, no, he's not a bad three-point shooter. 35% for his career. He just can't shoot the twos at all. Lifetime 37%. Limited action this year with the Pelicans, playing 15 minutes per game. Didn't start one game, averaging 5 points per game. But you see his second year, he showed some promise at 18 points per game and 7.5 assists. So maybe with the Spurs, he can kind of develop back into that player. As far as his contract situation, I'll close with this. Devontae Graham's contract, Basketball Reference, got to scroll all the way down. All right, here we go. Current contract. He's under contract. 2022. All right, so he's under. We're taking on some contract here. We had, I think, as of this video, $25 million in salary cap. Could this be another player whose contract we take on and then just buy him out? Or maybe we trade him too? I don't know. It's a crazy time to be a Spurs fan. So many things are happening between last year with DeJounte Murray, Derek White, and others, and now this year, Jakob Poeltl and Josh Richardson. Just completely opposite of what you expect as a Spurs fan. But that's all I got. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, go Spurs, go!